Welcome to this Brit Wres special for United Wrestling. Based in Oxford, United Wrestling was founded in 2019. They have seen stars such as Mariah May, CJ Carter, Just Joe Lando, LA Taylor, Roy Johnson, Alexander Roth, and more in the ring. And on the 1st of May, a United 5 live Mayday, NXT UK Lizzy Evo challenges Mariah May for the Women's Championship. Please welcome to our show the owners of United Wrestling, Pete, Mike, and Craig.
Hello.
How are we doing, guys?
We're very good. Thank you for having us. All good.
Excellent. Do you want to introduce yourselves for the audience?
Yeah. So I'm Mike. I'm probably the one that speaks to most people on the internet and does a lot of booking. Initially, United was founded by me and Craig.
To be honest, I do the arts and crafts, as I put it. I do all your graphics and all that sort of stuff.
And then we bought Pete later on.
I do a lot of bank rolling and making sure these guys don't run away with money.
Yeah.
Good man. So you guys started in 2019. What was the reason behind starting the company, and what's kind of the ethos behind it? The ethos.
So why did we start?
I think it's because we went to.
Why did we start?
We went to the UK tournament, didn't we?
Yeah. So I was training.
Yeah, third on your training.
Yeah, I went to the NXT UK tournament, the first one, with Tyler Bate winning, and I was like, I need to do this. We used to do it in the back garden and stuff like so many fans did. And we're like, we need to do this. I think I can do this. I'm 28 at the time. I can do this, And I went to training. I trained at Projo for a bit, and then I moved over to Hustle, and it just wasn't happening for me. No matter what I did, it wasn't happening. I was making the rounds, and I think that's kind of where we decided, can we do it ourselves? I'm tired of sending out emails to promoters and getting nothing back. Not even a thank you, but no thank you. And then we came up with United, and that's literally how it started. Was we will respond to everybody we possibly can.
Let's not ignore the fact that United wasn't the first name we came up with.
No.
Do you remember the Nuts Wrestling?
Oh, yeah. It's still called United.
Yeah, it was still United. So we our first ever show got cancelled, and we were going to do a tournament, and it was called the Nuts tournament, which we just thought was the coolest thing. It was like an 80s throwback. But there was a massive problem with the venue booking, and we just had to cancel it. And we were like, well, that's it, we're done. It's never going to happen now.
It did give us a chance to come regroup and reassess what we were doing, and I think we noticed that there was a lack of kind of, what would you call it? I don't want to call it sort of rainbow ethic, but that kind of even playing field that it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, a fully inclusive community environment within a show that we thought we could slightly use to as a USP. So that's kind of where the sort of United element came in as well.
It's a great name, it really is.
Yeah, we really like it. It was something that just became natural. And like Pete's just alluded to, it was about that inclusivity. Originally, it was we've got guys and we've got girls and we've got different people with different pronouns and different gender identities, and that's great. But it's a kayfabe environment. Why can't we have everybody in the room? Why can't we have Mariah May against
What Freak Show?
RJ Sin. Why not? Why can't she beat those guys? She's absolutely good. And that's where it became there was a thing on Twitter recently where they're going, you don't have a woman's title. But you're right, we don't. We have the United title.
No, that's absolutely fair. And as you say, there are some absolutely brutal, kick-ass women in the UK industry, and they can stand up to many of the men that we have in the and it's great to see that type of ethos and belief that everyone should just be inclusive, and I like that.
Me too. So your upcoming show, your champion is going to be defending.
Yeah,
she is.
How much fun was it being able to choose who is going to be the opponent?
It's all. Do you know what? It's one of those. I always find it quite daunting because it's like there's so many people you can choose from. But there's an element of I want to give Mariah a really good match because she does a lot for us as well, which is nice. But at the same time, I want to put a good match on that everyone wants to see. So my normal rule on booking: do I want to see that match? Because if I want to see that match, there's a chance that other people do as well. And that's, yeah, so when we're looking around, and we sat down for quite a while actually before we came on Lizzy Evo, in one of the meetings.
Hannah Taylor originally.
It was going to be Hannah Taylor. Yeah, it was going to be Mariah versus Hannah Taylor because of everything that they do together, which has been this great social media frenzy kind of match. It's been really, really fun. But obviously Hannah Taylor then got, unfortunately, not well. And we've got Lizzy Evo, like, that's a hell of a match. That's like one of the best women in the UK at the moment. What a match that is for Mariah.
Boils down to who we can get commitment from as well.
Yeah, there is an element of, but this person. No, not.
And Lizzy Evo, as you say, is 100% one of the best in the UK, Europe, world. She is a phenomenal talent. But your champion, Mariah May, she has been criminally underrated for the last couple of years because she is absolutely killing it in 2021, 2022. Partnership with Zoe Lucas, Rev Pro UK debuts. And she's just an amazing. Her American tour recently, she is just absolutely killing it.
I think it's worth noting, am I right in thinking that we were the first promotion to put a belt on?
We were, yeah.
We realised that she had that potential, I think.
Yeah, so day two, I can do this all day.
Yeah.
She won six person match.
Sorry.
And we're like, why is Mariah not a champ? Like, this is ridiculous. But yeah, she's been the champ ever since. So. We were the first.
312 days. And we were the first.
800 days. 800 days, Mariah's been champion.
The global pandemic.
Yeah. I lost 2 years.
So that's going to be your main event for the evening, Lizzy and Mariah. But you've also got CJ Carter versus Memes versus Josh Nomax. And as for the blank check, which will give the winner an opportunity at any time for a chance at that championship. I know CJ Carter has already put it out there that he's desperate to get back in that title picture.
Yeah, CJ is great.
Criminally underused.
It is insane how underused CJ is.
Probably one of the hardest workers we work with, if that makes sense. In terms of
He's there usually before everyone else.
Yeah.
You do realise you're breaking his character. He's a vile.
Even that. Yes.
Only when the paint goes on.
Honestly, he is the nicest person. He's great. But yeah, he does a lot. He's another one who does a massive amount for us. So does me, so does Josh. They've all been on every single one of our shows.
Yeah.
Again, Memes, everyone knows Memes. He's the charismatic man that he is. And Josh, I trained with Josh. We both started at Knuckle Locks together, or Pro as it was then. And I have to have him on the show. He's great. He's still got a lot to learn. He's young. He's got a really good future. But yeah, CJ wants that out. CJ wants to win.
Try to get through the other 2 first.
Yeah.
And of course, you've got. Oh, sorry, go Dan.
I was going to say, CJ's one of the local ones to myself. I'm based in Hertfordshire, and CJ works a lot of the local Hertfordshire shows, as does Memes, and they really are great together.
Yeah, they really are. Their chemistry is so good. They're just the opposites of what they should be, but they just work so well. And CJ's really funny. So I remember CJ's the only person I've ever spoken to on. Is that how much you want to get paid? Are you paying more?
That should probably keep that to yourself.
It's spending my money again.
I do love what you said about CJ, because when we had him on, we actually called the special Two Faces of a Wrestler because of this evil persona that he has. But then we got to see this behind the scene version of him, the family man, the guy that's out there trying to help younger guys get more publicity. So as you say, such a fantastic worker as well.
Yeah, he's a very traditional worker as well. Like you'll be at the show, he'll be one of the first to arrive. He'll be
helping set up the ring.
Yeah, he's not coming in and dumping his bag down and stretching. He's like, what can I do? How can I help? What do you need me to do straight away? Which is there need more people like that.
Well, it's a bonus. He's got his own promotion, so he sees that side of it.
Yeah.
So he knows how hard.
You got another women's match, Aluna Blue, who is a nice young up-and-comer. She's starting to make her name out there. And Kyra Kamira, the anti-conformist, the French hardcore. She's scary.
Yeah,
she is very scary.
Honestly, when she's going to fit into the new venue so well.
That was the thing that really kind of ticked. Well,
yeah,
it was just like I could see it working.
The Tap Social, which is the new venue, is this real kind of gritty underground vibe to it. And yeah, she really is going to fit into there so well. It's going to feel like a second home. So to put her against the polar opposite of Aluna Blue, that's going to be a lovely little match.
It really is. It's really going to be polarizing, to both us and the crowd, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, you got very much a crowd favourite and a non-crowd favourite.
Mariah May will actually end up being the crowd favourite.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. Aluna Blue's she's great. She's really supportive as well. She does say a lot of stuff on social media. She's bringing her family down. So you can see why she's starting to pop up on more and more shows.
Hopefully get to see more of her at a later point. You got Richie D-Light versus Sunset Skip, veteran and a young guy. Great matchup.
What
a sheer fluke.
Oh, this is honestly the most naturally booked match I've ever seen, because Richie, I had no idea who Richie was, I have to be honest. And he turned up to the last show and was in the audience just cheering, as he would as a normal fan. Sunset gets out of the match after he loses to Nomax and just turns around to me. It's like, you're the biggest waste of space to anybody who's ever met you. Just walking up before, it was just a passing comment, he's doing his job to the crowd. And then at the end of it, Richie comes over and goes, oh, by the way, I'm a wrestler, I'm going to reach the light and I've got my own promotion, and I'd love to be on your show. And I'm like, so you bought a ticket to introduce yourself to me? Man, I've got so much time for that. Yeah. I've got so much time for that. That is so much better than sending an email going, can you try to be on your show? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, let's make that happen. And
I think we booked it there and then, actually.
I did, yeah. And I was like, you know what, let's put Richie against Sunset. That'd be a good little match, that'd be really interesting. And then we were sat, and we were literally just watching back day 4. And I was like, he's just shouted at Richie in the audience. He's like, well, yeah. That's the match just there. Like, literally, it happened naturally. So, we Richie did his promo, and we booked the match, and it was naturally booked.
I like that because you hear some stories of wrestlers turning up to shows and with their gear and whatnot, with their friends, and they'll try and get into the show or what and try and introduce themselves. But that's really good to see that, he went out of his way to purchase the ticket and to just be there as a fan and wait for his chance to speak to you. I think that's amazing.
It was great. It was so refreshing because you get loads of emails all the time going, I'm ex-wrestler and I've been wrestling for this promotion. I'd love to be on your show, blah, blah. And I was like, it's so nice to have somebody going, no, do you know what? I'll come and watch your show and then I'll speak to you at the end of it.
But then from my point of view, I also look at it the other way. That if I was a wrestler, I want to come and see a show, see if I felt the show was right for me as much as I was right for the show. So, in some way, I'm glad that he was able to do that and that he feels that we're right for him.
That does make a lot of sense, actually. As you say, performers should probably spend time to find out what type of shows are being, and is that show right for them? And I think you're very spot on there.
I'm very excited as well because you've got Ashmore coming along.
Yeah, how could we couldn't have a venue like the Tap Social, which is literally known
It's
for craft
got
beer.
brewery in the back.
Yeah, it's literally got its own brewery on site, and they make their own beer. And I'm like, we can't have that without Ashmore. Ashmore has to come. I don't
They're good
know.
as well.
It's
It's
fantastic.
very good beer.
It's so good. But drink responsibly, people. But we had to have Ashmore. It was just no brainer straight away. I didn't know he was still wrestling because I hadn't seen him on a show for such a long time. So I just pinged. I know he's been doing lots of streaming and things like that. So I just pinged him a message. Literally, like I've just told you, I cannot have this venue without you. And he's like, yeah, I'm coming. You better tell Tap to get some more beer brewed.
Now, I know our Roman reporter, Mr. Stephen Soudan, the big tribal chief of the Big Fat Geeks, will be very happy about this match because he's a huge fan of Adonis Payne, a young up-and-comer from Hertfordshire, who's just really impressive at the moment, against another young up-and-comer in Harry Sefton. Great to see young performers on the show.
Yeah, love Harry. He was on day three. Yeah, day three, heart beating, and was so over with the crowd. Like, probably the most over outside of Mariah May, to be honest. Which is, he's just so good. He's so talented. And again, another criminally underrated person. And Adonis is new. He actually came along to the last show as well and did the filming for us, which is massively appreciated. So like, yeah, let's again, he sold those tickets for us. He's bringing everyone. He's bringing his mum and dad and everyone. That's what you want, man.
He does tend to bring his whole family along at the UBW shows where he's currently the Square One champion. Normally the whole front row is the Adonis Payne fan club with matching Adonis Payne fan club t-shirts.
Nice. Yeah, look forward to it. He's good. He's good. And such a lovely bloke to speak to as well. Really nice.
Yeah. So the conversations I've had with him, he just come across like a really down-to-earth guy. He sort of gets what it's all about and understands where we're coming from as much as what we expect from him, what he wants from us as well.
Awesome. So that is United Live 5, Mayday, on the 1st of May. In your new location, as you say, the Tap Social Brewery, Curtis Industrial Street in Oxford. Let's get to know the promoters now. Right, let's go. I'm going to go straight in and I'm going to say, how many arguments does booking decisions create?
Well, there's a reason there's three of us that do this. So the reason we decided that the three of us had to be directors, I had to be level pegging, and we could, is because then whenever there's an argument, the majority wins. So I might come up with this idea, going,
democracy.
we don't need votes. What we'll do is we'll just use light tubes, and then these will go, well, that's just completely and utterly ridiculous. Why would we do that? And it kind of works. Yeah. So that's why. But yes, there are a lot.
I think it helps.
Strong discussions.
Yeah, I think it helps when we outside of this, we've worked together. Yeah, very long time before doing this. And we each bring quite a healthy element to the group. So, in terms of my background now is a bit more events management and just kind of going, how have we thought about this, guys? And sort of seeing it really as well from an outsider, because my background, I'm not that heavily sort of interested. Involved.
That is the next question. Where did the love of wrestling come from? When did it start?
Where was it? That must have been like the early 90s.
Yes, on the old school, the one that was
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I've always had a passing interest. That's where I'm saying passing interest. Not an Uber fan. I'm not kind of, going around with following.
Kevin Owens t-shirt or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Drops,
yeah, exactly. But I get the basics of it, And I like a good show, and I like to put on a good show, and I like involvement with the crowd and putting on something good for the fans. Because at the end of the day, that's what what brings in the funds and means we can put these on is the fans. And if it's all well and good, these guys put on their dream shows and their dream matches, and then their wildest
Do you remember
ideas.
the dream match I wanted to put on our first show? I wanted to do Pete Dunne versus Pac.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because what a match that would have been as a main event. Like, Pete Dunne's booked for WWE at the time. Pac, I think he'd just left WWE at the time. He was on, but I think he had started at AEW. I was like, I want that match. Let's book that match. And he was like, yeah, do you realise how much that's good?
Yes. I want to generally put the brakes on a little bit. But no, I see it more as a puncher's point of view at times, more than promoter's point of view.
But it's good to have that set of eyes.
Yeah.
So for us, like I said, we don't have a huge amount of history with the independent scene until kind of 2015, I guess.
Yeah.
It was, all WWE. It was just WWE, WCW. That was what it is. We did backyard wrestling ourselves. We had our own promotion. It was the most amazing promotion you've ever seen, with the best paper wrestling bouts you could possibly imagine. It was everything, and we played all 38 characters ourselves. But, yeah, and then I say we went to a UK tournament, and I wanted to do it, and we went. The first independent match we had shown originally was.
I want to say it was IPW.
I think it was IPW.
It was in Kent.
It was in Kent. Yeah, it was in Rochester. It was like above a strip club.
Yeah, that was an odd choice for a venue.
And that was it. I was like, wow, this is different. This is so much better than anything.
More intimate.
You made it up into the venue at that point, was
Yes.
Stern Strip.
And then we went upstairs and we went to wrestling.
And we've been, ever since then, we just go try and see as much as we possibly can. But when you hear people going, you talk about the people that have been in it since 2002, you're like, oh, okay.
No, I follow a similar path. Honestly, the independent scene didn't know much about. As deep as I got was about ROH, and I always liked New Japan. But yeah, my love for the UK independent scene didn't really start to get going until 2015. And then I was like, where did Will Ospreay come from? Where did a few others come from? And I'm like, there must be something good in the UK.
Yeah, absolutely. I was very lucky that when I was training, I got to work ring crew for places like Progress, and I got the best one I did was Super Strong Style 16 when Zack Sabre Jr. won. I was ring crew on that. And I was just like, this is something else. You can keep WWE as far as I'm concerned now. This is what I want. This is the love of wrestling in this room.
It's more intimate. You feel. It's like going to see a stand-up gig, isn't it? If you go see an arena show, you're just watching a show. If you're in a small venue, you feel more involved.
More part of it, don't you? Yeah.
That Zack Sabre Jr. one, that was the Alexandra Palace show, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3 days. I got to work ring on that. That was a lovely experience. That was when.
That was where you had to take the ring upstairs, though, wasn't it?
No, that's Tufton Park.
Oh.
Yeah, I did that too. That was fun. It's when the bus saw turn. His heel turn, and there was a really cool moment, like in the intermission, where everyone's going to get tickets and get merchandise, and he comes out just to get a drink, and this is people just buying drinks and food, and the whole place just erupts into a sea of booze. Because he's just walked out. When all he's done is walk out to go for a drink, I'm like, that's amazing. How can you buy that reaction?
It is an incredible experience. We will be at 26 Super Strong Style 16 this year, won't we, Dad?
We will, because it's your stag weekend is going to be Super Strong Style 16.
Why didn't you take me on my stag? Where my record on my stag?
We took
Very much looking forward to it. What they've been doing since they've come back has been absolutely fantastic. And so who do you think out there do you like as the young talents at the moment?
Young talents, do you know what? Joe Lando was eye-opening on the last show. I mean, I know he is.
I've been following him on Twitter for a while.
He's fantastic. And in fact, that close personal friends, that entire team, that's great. I'm lucky enough that I trained a little bit with Maverick, which was nice. He's phenomenal. But brand new people, I think, people like Alina Blue, you're going to see a lot more of soon.
I think you see more from Ali Taylor as well.
Ali Taylor, yeah, absolutely. She was great, wasn't she, on the last
British Rhea Ripley, isn't she?
She was really good. She was really good on the last one. That whole 6 foot tall Cornish demolition woman. Yeah. That's not a gimmick.
Quite scary.
She's lovely, but that's not a gimmick.
She is a tough old lass, yes.
Jade as well, but obviously she was
Jade was awesome.
So good on that show.
I wanted her on every single show. We had her, and she was just great. But obviously she's off injured. Hopefully she gets better soon, and we'd love to have her back whenever she's free.
Fingers crossed for her. She did an absolutely amazing job recently as the commentator for the all-women show that Progress held, Who Runs World. Her and SoCal Val, amazing job. I honestly wish they would take over the position full time. I really thought they were that good together. Time for the Man Rushmore then.
Do you know what?
It's just one of those arguments.
Yeah, we've been talking about it literally all day now. And the two easy ones were quite simple, weren't they? So you can't talk about British wrestling and not mention the Bulldog. Because he transcends wrestling. He is the Hulk Hogan. If you say to someone, what do you know about wrestling? They will say, oh, Hulk Hogan, or Giant Haystacks, or British Bulldog. So you have to mention.
That's right. I mean, yeah.
I forgot how else we said.
Regal.
Well, we said William Regal.
William Regal. Again, it's that you can't talk about British wrestling about William Regal for what he's done for it as well.
Yeah. I think it's a generational thing as well, because so almost like that, the torch bearers pass on throughout. There's always seems to be this one key role in British wrestling that carries that torch, and it's important. And William did that rather well during his time. I think.
Yeah. The new people. So we all agree straight away on Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
And Pete Dunne, not Butch.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to start a campaign.
Yeah. It's quite a hashtag.
But what a stand-up guy. I did some seminars with him, and just a fantastic guy. So willing to teach people, so willing to listen to what you've got to say and pass on that knowledge of somebody who is still on the way up. He's
so young.
He's so young, right? Yeah, he had to be on there. And then Nick, wasn't it? I know, we talked between Nick Aldis and Mark Haskins, and I think we've done with Mark Haskins because originally from Farringdon, which is in Oxfordshire, Yeah. I mean, if we're going local, technically speaking, we could have
what yourself.
With one grand total of 2 matches.
I don't think there's enough rock.
We could have had Sam. Smooth Sammy Smooth.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Or whatever his new NXT UK name is. Is it Prince? Alvin Prince?
I don't know.
Or is that the other one?
Yeah, he's changed it again.
He lives like 15 minutes from me. So we could have had him, but we're going to Mark Haskins.
Good choice.
Well, your first two have got something in common. William Regal and David Boy Smith. They were both Big Daddy's tag team partners.
Yeah.
Yes, they were. Nice little connection. William Regal was the epitome of the fantastic villain in WWE. But every time he came to the UK, the crowd would absolutely erupt for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
That is my era of WWE.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of
Early 2000s.
Early 2000s. Yeah. Early 90s.
I like Nick Aldis as a honourable mention. Honourable mention for Nick Aldis because he has been again such a great standard of British wrestling, and the way he held that NWA title with distinction just raised both the NWA and British wrestling at the same time.
When I think it's stupid because when I think of the NWA title now, I think of him, which is so stupid for all the other many hundreds of people that never had that battle. But that's the image I've got stuck in my head. So that's why we argue that.
Right, we've heard one dream matchup of Pac and Pete Dunne, which I absolutely 100% agree with. Wow, that would be an incredible match. What are a couple of other great matches, great competitors you would like to see compete in United Wrestling?
So it depends. So when does this go out after May 1st or before May 1st?
We will drop this literally just before May 1st, so you can so it highlights the show for you.
So, I won't mention names.
Come to the show.
Yeah, I won't mention names. But the main event for the follow-up show is one of the dream matches has been booked, signed, sealed, and it's going. That will be really good. I can't mention it for obvious reasons.
Wait till once we turn the recording off, you can let us know. I'm intrigued now. I'm desperate to know this match.
If money was no obstacle.
If money's no obstacle.
Yeah, I would say wouldn't it be great to have someone like Mariah May against Trish Stratus?
Yeah.
Because everyone always compares Mariah May to Trish Stratus, and I don't agree with that because I think she isn't the next Trish Stratus. I think she is the first Mariah May. But that would be a lovely match. I'd love to see that.
Because there was recent. She did the article with the Daily Star, and she actually talks about being compared with Mariah May. We seem to have temporarily lost Dan. I'm sure he'll be back in just in a short while. And she highlights a few other things that there are still things that need to be done in British wrestling, and I can see you guys are definitely out there trying to do that. Are there any policies that you have put in place?
There is. I mean, in terms of making sure that
safeguarding and everything.
Yeah, we're all protected, not just the us as a business, but also the wrestlers and the roster as a group. And, as they're not employed by us as such, their appearances.
Yeah,
we set up with equity.
Yeah, we set up with equity, which is good. But we were really lucky. So we straight off when we started, because we didn't have that years and years and years of experience with the British wrestling scene that used to be, straight away we went, how should we do that? Well, if I was going to work, I would expect to have this in place and this in place and this in place, and this is a work environment, surely, So straight away, when we started getting in touch with the equity and going, well, we'd love to be working with you guys and signing up for your 5 key principles, and they're like, okay, we'll send us over what you've got, and we sent it over, and we almost were exactly what they were looking for anyway. It was just tweaks. We're really lucky that our backgrounds in our shoot jobs allow us to have interest in. I've got massive equality and diversity training. We've got safeguarding training. We've got. We're all DBS checked through our jobs anyway. It just works really well. So yeah, we just wanted to build the safest environment we could. And you know what? Sometimes it's caused issues in terms of going, I'm sorry, we can't work with you because of X, Y, and Z. But it is what it is. We might really want to work with that person.
You can't sacrifice principles on it.
No, we might really want to work with that person. But if someone said something, we've got to go with it until proven otherwise.
I think it's good to hear this because it's even though it's independent wrestling, it's still professional wrestling, and professional seems to come forefront in that type of policy.
So that was one of the things I brought up as soon as you guys should point out. So Craig and Mike, they kind of formed this dream, and then invited me along for the ride. And when I sort of started asking questions, I was like, okay, so when you book a wrestler, what happens? You booked them, what kind of guarantee have you got that they'll turn up? What paperwork have you got to show that that's how much they're charging you and so on. And I was met with the answer, just shake a hand.
You just do. That's just what happens.
I'm like, that rang alarm bells for me. So another thing that we kind of just try not to falsify or but just sort of get.
Almost legitimising it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Booking forms is what we can know, wasn't it?
Yeah, we just
It's
sort
not a
of.
contract, it's a booking form.
Yeah, it's a softer way of just sort of saying, look, we're a bit more professional about this. We're not just fly by night. We're taking it seriously, and to protect both the wrestler and us. Here's what we would like to agree to.
And it's not foolproof. I was just saying to the guys before we came on as well, and I was having a chat with CJ Carter about people dropping out of shows. And I actually reckon with the 5 shows that we've now booked, I could book a show with people that have dropped out. Like, that have been double booked. You know?
Yeah.
How much of a nightmare is it when you're trying to deal with booking talent?
Well, it always happens like the week before.
It's so horrendous. Like, to the point where I started to like, can I book a show and have resilience built into it? So like, this person's coming along anyway, you know.
Essentially, Andy, have you ever tried herding cats? That's how it feels.
We've had this discussion with a few promoters, and UK BW were saying how one of their best matches they've ever had came as a fact that somebody dropped out, and it was like, who do we know that's close by that can come along?
Yeah, that was the same thing. So last show, the main event was Mariah, Echo, and
Ali
Taylor. And it was actually meant to, Ali Taylor was never meant to be in that match. It was meant to be Ali Taylor against somebody else, but somebody else, unfortunately, in this occasion, wasn't our fault, got COVID and she couldn't make it. So we're like, wow, well, why don't we just put her in the main event? And that was an awesome match. That was such a good triple threat. And yeah, I get that. I do get that.
No, we're lucky. We have Echo Reed coming on our show, and we'll obviously get her interview out just before the show as well. So that'll be great to see.
Oh, she's great. She's so good.
And we have Lizzy Evo on the show coming up as well. So I mean, all in all.
Check me out with my booking skills.
We had Luke Jacobs on this morning. So, is there anything else that you would like to mention on the show?
Have you got day 6 booked in?
Day 6, yeah. So day 6 is happening. It will be on the 21st of August. It doesn't have a name yet.
Most of the matches are set.
Yeah, I've got a few matches already booked in. I say the main event is confirmed, and that is going to be an absolute stormer. Honestly, if that doesn't sell tickets, nothing will. It's going to be impressive. So yeah, coming on that. We don't know the venue is. We've got a venue, but we don't know if we're saying now we're going to come back to TAP or not. We're going to see how this show goes to TAP. Coming on to TAP Social, May 1st, May Day.
How much are tickets?
Say again, sorry?
How much are tickets?
So children's tickets £10, adult tickets £15. We're not doing front right row just because the venue does not lend itself to having a front row. But yeah, £15, £10 for children. It is a fully licensed, fully stocked bar. There is street food outside. It is the most quirky, unusual venue I've ever been to. I've never been to a wrestling show in a venue like this, honestly. It's the only one I can even liken it to was
Strip joint.
No, the one over in Milton Keynes.
Oh yeah,
it was started off as one wrestling, wasn't it? And then it became UPW.
Unit 9.
Unit 9. That is the only venue I've ever seen that's similar to this.
Love Unit 9.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. That when we watched Havoc and Dunn in the main event there. Yeah. That was such a good match.
With Sabu showing up.
With Sabu, yeah.
Tajiri's coming over to the UK soon because he's going to be over in Hertfordshire.
Yeah, I saw that. I will be dropping you a message. Sorry, Ross.
And where can people get the tickets from?
So Eventbrite, just Eventbrite, United Wrestling, or you can search Oxford. You can go on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Every post has a link.
Every post, all the posters have got QR codes on them.
Or search Tap Social, they've got links on their website.
Yeah, so Eventbrite is you go to, and that's the ticket provider.
Yeah.
Massive. Okay, so just for everyone to reminder, it is Lizzy Evo versus Mariah May for the United Championship, CJ Carter versus Memes versus Josh Nomax for the blank check, and that's a no DQ match, was that right?
Traditional triple rules?
Triple threat rules.
Triple threat rules.
Well, that's funny because that match, I actually got a message from them going, so is this new DQ? I was like, wow, you know.
They're all overly
It's
enthusiastic.
a triple threat, yes, of course it is. And they're like, fantastic. So they are buying into that more than we were planning.
I think there's a few more toys coming up than I expected.
I stopped the conversation at flaming tables.
Yeah.
Certain amount of liability insurance for that.
And of course, you got Luna Blue versus Kyra Chimera, Richie D Light versus Sunset Skip, Harry Sefton versus Adonis Payne. Ashmore is set to appear. There's an incredible main event coming up on day 6. And with that said, just remember, don't feed the trolls.